Hi. All right. Welcome to another episode. We're going to look at heart rate again. We're going to introduce some Strava viewage so you can see what I'm talking about. And we're talking about using MAF as a heart rate gauge to dictate our training. So we're training with MAF, our aim is to improve the body instead of just to try to improve the run. So when you go out for a run, you're trying to make or force an improvement from the body, and as a side effect of the body improving, the goal is that you end up running faster or easier or less injured. You start becoming fat adapted, start burning body fat as a fuel. If you want to drop some body weight, a few different reasons why you might want to do this. Do using MAF. So I started doing it at the end of 2019. So what we're going to do is bring up Strava dashboard, our activity feed. No, hold on. We might go to training calendar. Let's go to training calendar. And here we'll see 2021. So let's go back to 2020 to January. January's easy enough. Let's look for, so we've got a recovery jog. Have a look there. What did we do? We did 2.5K. Barely worth looking at that one. Keeping our heart rate. You can see the little red line at the bottom. Let's get rid of pace. So that's just our heart rate. 115, 120, 120, 130. Drops down to 120. So depending on the rolling hills, it's 120 to 130 for 2.5K. It's pretty easy stuff. It's recovery. Cruising 10K. All right, so we did a 10K run here. All right, again, let's get rid of pace and put on heart rate. So we just look at heart rate. What's our heart rate? 118 at the start. So every 1 kilometer, we got what, 122, 124, 132, 133, 132, 137. Bit of an up and down hill. You can see the light shaded in area. That's hills. So run up the top of a hill. What are we up to? 142 at the top, and then you start coming down 130. 135, 136. So we're trying to typically hold 136 on these MAF runs for most of this year. So what's that taking us? 53 minutes. What's that? An average pace of 5 minutes 18 for an average heart rate of 130. That's not too bad. All right, let's have a look further down. Let's go down for, what have we got? A 10K. Oh, here we go. MAF heart rate and heat tolerance run. All right, so January is typical in Queensland, Australia, to be hot. Like humidity is what gets you here. The heat can sometimes be not too bad, but if the humidity is crazy high. So we've got 14.4K. Again, let's get rid of pace, just put up heart rate for now. First K, 1K in, we're already at 136. 2K, 139, 4K, 137, 6K, 139, 140, 136, 139, 135. So you can see it's pretty well, even. It's still up and down. Most of that's got more to do with hills. You can see the drops to 120 at one stage going down a hill. And probably peaks out at what, 140, I guess? 136, 139, 139. Major intersections, roundabouts, hills, typically send your heart rates up. Pace during all of them, what are we looking at? 445 pace, 520. 546 minutes something. What's that? There's a bit of an intersection there. So it's a little bit sort of all over the place. The average pace, 556. So basically 6 minute pace. per kilometre, not per mile, per kilometre. Kilometres here. Still very hot day, that one. Let's go further down. Let's go to the next week, next month. February, let's look for something. 10K, there we go. Is there a long, hot and hilly? How far is long, hot and hilly? 20K. Oh, well, just short of 20K. Looks like the pace just got slower and slower and slower as it went on. Where's our graph? We don't have a graph. Oh, well. Let's not look at that one. Let's go to something a bit better. Long run. Looks better. All right, so our paces, what's our average pace there? 6 minutes 16 per kilometre. And let's whack in heart rate. What's our average cadence? 156. It seems very low. 162, 162. It looks like there's lots of stop. You can see in the cadence here, there's a stop up a hill. There's a stop at an intersection. There's stops up hills. Plenty of stops. Well, yes, walking, not stopping, but walking. It's not always running. Let's get rid of pace so it's easier to see. Heart rate, so 2K, 132, 135, 137. You can see we're sort of up and down as we're walking, so that the heart rate sort of peaks up. What are we hitting? Peak 138, and we're hitting a walk 137. It's hot. You're going for a long run, time on feet. Controlling that heart rate, 17.5K, just control. That's all it's about. Oh, let's jump ahead to February, March. Let's try March. What do we got? Let's look for a long run, easy 10K. How's that? Oh, here we go, MAF heart rate run. All right, 11K. What do we got? All right, paces. 5 minutes 23 per kilometre pace. Oh, it looks like a fairly flattish course. On our we look at our highlighted area, looks fairly, a couple of little hills there. Our cadence, average 162. Again, it's still pretty low, isn't it? Let's get rid of pace. Look at a heart rate is average 134. And you can see it's taken a while. 134 at what's that, 2.5K? Peaks out at 137, 140 at what, 3K? And then we get it back under control, 136, 137, 135, 140 every now and then. A bit of a hill there, 140. Bit of hill here, not affected as much. So you can see we're just running to heart rate, not running to pace, because if you look at our pace, big chunky bits there, chunky bits just slowing down to walk there. Cadence should coincide. See, cadence drops right off. Cadence drops right off. Doesn't matter. All right, let's go March. Let's go April. Let's look for, here we are. Here we have a nice MAF heart rate run. 12K. All right, so we're just going from one end of the city to the other. We're starting up hilly up here, up and down, ups and downs, finishes at a down. It's fairly flat from there on. You can see the pace is widely all over the place. Heart rate, pretty consistent the whole way through. What are we at? Average of 137. But the pace is all over the place. Doesn't matter. Cadence, let's have a look at our cadence. Get rid of heart rate, get rid of pace. Cadence, 165, so that's starting to improve. What was it, 160 when we started off in January? So that's March, April, that's April, so we're up to May. Let's have a look at May, 10K at MAF heart rate. All right, same sort of course. Our average, so average 4:29 pace. So our average pace has picked up from what, nearly 6 minutes per kilometre. We're now at 4.5 minutes per kilometre. And pace is still all over the place, as you can see. Let's check out our heart rate. We'll average 136. Our heart rate looks like it's starting to even out. It's looking less and less like the pace chart, which is all over the place. Heart rate's smoothing out like a bit of shag carpet. Cadence, what's our cadence? 168. So that's improving as well. 168. So each month we're getting better heart rate control, better cadence control, better overall pace, but the pace is still up and down. But that's also with hills, so. All right, what month is this? May. Let's go to May, June. Let's have a look. What do we got? There's an 8K. Have we got anything longer? What do we got? 8K run with a cool fire. That's a 5K run. Oh, let's do the 8K gallop. Oh, there was a 15K. I'm going to go back to the 15K. There. First 10K was crazy hot. So average pace was 4:47. Where have we gone? Oh, yeah, we've gone out that way. Slightly different course. Big change in pace there. Oh, big hill there. We come down the hill. What's average pace? 4:47. Average heart rate 135. Oh, look at that heart rate. Smooth. Even right at the very end. What about the very end? 136. 135. Little peak up the top there. 139. Drew quickly get that back under control. Getting that heart rate under control for most of that run, even though it's a bit of a first, what's that, 7-8K is quite hilly. Still managed to keep that heart rate under a nice control. All right, what else we got? What are we up to? June, July. All right, what do we got? July, 10K MAF. Sure, let's have a look. All right, 4:57 pace, so just under 5 minute pace. Cruisy hilly 10K, so we just went for a hilly ride. That's a lot hillier than normal. Hence the pace is a bit slow, as you could imagine. Let's have a look at that heart rate. It's a little bit more all over the place, but look at that, 128 at the bottom of the hill, 142 at the top. Quickly get it back down, and it plummets to 130, 127. Comes up another hill, 141, goes down a hill, 132. So it's coming down fast now. So even though it does creep up a little bit above our projected goal, it comes down even faster. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's get away from July, August. All right, what have we got for August? Spinnaker Park, 10K. All right, let's have a look. 5 minute pace for a 10K. Relatively flat by the looks of it. Pace is all over the place. Up and down, up and down. Let's get rid of that pace. It hurts my eyes. Average 138. Cadence 161. So not the best of runs, that one. Looks like going backwards a little bit even. The road runners. Oh, let's go to there. Let's go August, September. Let's go to September. Let's go to September. Oh, Curtis Island Trail Run. I remember for a couple of weeks after that, destroyed my feet. Blisters, couldn't walk on it. So I did some swimming, some bike riding, some easy stuff. Here we go. 10K with a splash of speed. Not really showing us. Run to, here we go. Run to East Shores. That should be about 8 to 10K. What have we got? 10K. All right. We have pace all over the place. Heart rate 139, but look at that, nice and smooth the whole way. A few 140s in there, 142s. Cadence 164. Still a little bit low, isn't it? Pace 441 per kilometer average. So the pace is a tiny bit faster, but it looks like the average heart rate was just 2 beats faster. September, October. I think the end of October is when I changed my MAF heart rate from 136 to 141. Somewhere around there, if I remember. Here we go, it's a 10K. Let's have a look. Anything longer? Just 10Ks, 5Ks. Tap, waiting. All right, 10K. What's that? Average speed 435. It's not too bad. Average heart rate 139. Cadence 166. The cadence is on the way back up. Average heart rate 139. So I'd be looking at, there we go. So 140, 141. I'm pretty much trying to hold from now, from around about, what's that, October. Easy. All right, what are we up to? October, November. All right, let's look for that's a recovery run, 5K, morning, 9K. Here we are. What's that like? Any other long runs? Well, you know. All right, 9K. Oh, yeah, we've done that before. Pace all over the place. Let's get rid of that. Swap it with the heart rate and cadence. Cadence 167. It's pretty good. Heart rate 140, 136, 140, 136. What's that? 138. Oh, 140. There's a bit of a hill right there. Bit of a hill over there when it hits about 140, 144, 140. Where's that? Where's it save? Just hot. 144 at the end there. Hey, they didn't keep that under control too good. But, you know, when you look at the pace chart, not holding pace, it's all over the place. It's probably just hot. November, it starts to get hot. Humidity just starts to kick in. But then November, December, mostly bike rides. What do we got around Gladstone? Let's see, let's check out a 100K bike ride. 100K bike ride. Where's our charts? That's all our speed, 32. Here we go. Heart rate, average heart rate is 136. Same. You can see the average and max speed is like, you know, double, 32 to 62. But look, average heart rate 136. Same on the run, same on the bike. Good luck trying it on your swimming. You know, watches don't work that well. Plus, how are you going to watch the watch? Unless you get those goggles that project your heart rate onto the inside of your goggles. I haven't got them. I've heard of them. All right. So whether it's running, bike riding, what is it now? So that's 2020. Let's see how 2021 holds up training wise. Let's start sprinkling some speed in there. So what we started doing in the bike, we look for a segment, like maybe 1 or 2 segments, and you just the idea is your MAF, you cruise around on your MAF heart rate for most of it, and then you look for a decent segment where you can just you got to go hard, but you can't just like, I'll just go a little bit. You got to go hard, otherwise, what's the point? You've got to get really hard on the hard stuff, so you might as well pick a segment and go nuts. Just go crazy. Just leave it all on that road. Don't go home thinking, I could have. Just do it again next time. Go faster. You either go faster on your segments or just cruise. Just keep it at MAF. That's the goal. All right, guys. Thanks for that. Tune in next time and we'll talk about something more to do with heart rates. We've still got to do that Conconi test. I'll find a treadmill. The gym I've got access to is closed. So I've got to find another gym that's got a treadmill. I think I know, or somebody was saying there's got one that goes to 30K now. That'd be perfect. That'd be ideal. Let's have a look. All right, guys. Until next time. See you, mate.